And now for our next news special report.
In a shocking political move, Senator Marco Rubio has thrown his support behind former President Donald Trump's controversial plan for mass deportations. This unexpected endorsement comes at a critical time for the nation, with the immigration crisis reaching unprecedented levels. So stay with us for this special report as we delve into Rubio's dramatic announcement and its potential impact on America's future. You don't want to miss our final thought. Now, folks, before we dive into our special report, a quick note from our sponsor. Americans have racked up trillions of dollars in debt, highlighting the financial strain many are facing. Maintaining financial stability is tough with rising interest rates and inflation. That's why I have regained my financial stability thanks to National Debt Relief. They helped me get a customized plan to get out of debt with a free consultation and zero upfront fees. And since 2009, they've assisted over 600,000 people and are rated #1 across top consumer websites. Visit NoDebtWithGary.com for a free consultation and a custom plan for you. That's NoDebtWithGary.com. I'll see you there. Now, Senator Marco Rubio, often considered a voice of moderation, has now firmly aligned himself with what could be one of the most defining policies of the Trump era, a massive deportation initiative aimed at removing illegal immigrants on a scale never before seen in American history. This bold stance represents a significant shift from Rubio's previous positions on immigration, signaling a new phase in the political dynamics surrounding this contentious issue. Watch.
To immigration, if reelected, Donald Trump has said he's willing to build migrant detention camps and deploy the U.S. military to deport the more than 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country. It would be the largest deportation operation in American history. Do you support that plan?
11 million. That's an outdated. That was the number 10 years ago. We're talking upwards of 20, 25, maybe 30 million. Well, there's been almost 10 million people that have entered this country unlawfully in the last 3 years.
To the question, would you support it?
The number varies big time. I mean, it's another 9 to 10 million people just in the last 3 years. The answer to your question is yes. We cannot absorb 25, 30 million people who entered this country illegally. They're here illegally. What country on earth would tolerate that? We don't even know who most of these people are. They talk about vetting them with what? They're coming from nations that don't even have document systems in many cases. Yes, we are going to have to do something, unfortunately. We're going to have to do something dramatic to remove people from this country that are here illegally, especially people we know nothing about. But 10 million, 11 million, that was the number 15 years ago. Today, it's upwards of probably 25 to 30 million, maybe more.
Senator, here's what you said about Donald Trump's mass deportations proposals in 2016. Take a look.
I don't think it's reasonable to say you're going to round up and deport 11 million people. I don't think it's a plan that works.
I don't think that's a realistic policy.
So why have you changed your mind now?
Because the issue has completely changed. When I said that, and back in 2013, when I was involved in immigration reform, we had 11, 12 million people that had been here for longer than a decade. Now we've had almost that number in the last 3 years alone from all over the world, including people that I believe are terrorists, people that I believe are going to conduct terrorist attacks in this country if given the opportunity, certainly people that were criminals in their home country. This is a completely different, this is not immigration. You asked me about immigration. This is mass migration. Mass migration. This is an invasion of the country. And it needs to be dealt with dramatically. And by the way, I'm a big poll follower, but polls show most Americans agree with us on this.
And they do. As Rubio made clear during his explosive interview on Meet the Press, the United States faces an urgent crisis. We cannot absorb 25 to 30 million people who entered this country illegally. That's what he stated, emphasizing the dire situation and the necessity for decisive action. His endorsement of Trump's plan is not merely a political maneuver, but a clarion call to restore order and security at the borders. Now, this interview marks a pivotal moment for Rubio, who articulated the challenges posed by unchecked immigration. He underscored the administration's failure to manage the border effectively, with illegal crossings skyrocketing under President Biden's tenure. According to Rubio, the current situation is untenable, with vast numbers of undocumented immigrants entering the U.S., many from countries lacking reliable documentation processes. Now, this, Rubio argues, poses a significant risk, not just in terms of national security, but also in maintaining the cultural and economic fabric of our nation. And furthermore, his remarks reflect a broader sentiment that is gaining traction among the American public, because polls indicate a growing frustration with the current immigration policies and a shift towards more stringent measures. Rubio's call for action resonates with many who feel the federal government has neglected its duties to secure the nation's borders and secure its sovereignty. So as we continue to analyze Rubio's statements, it's clear that his support for Trump's deportation plan could galvanize conservative voters and potentially influence the upcoming election cycle. The strategic endorsement also positions Rubio as a key figure in shaping the future direction of Republican immigration policy. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's time for my final thought. Rubio's endorsement of Trump's mass deportation plan is more than just political posturing. It's a response to a crisis that many Americans feel has been ignored for too long. This move highlights the urgent need for decisive action to secure our borders and protect our nation's sovereignty. As our leaders navigate these complex challenges, it's crucial for Americans to stay informed and engaged. Our republic depends on citizens demanding accountability and effective solutions from those in power.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.